Yeah, it is branded the cheapest car in Europe, but I've never actually seen exactly what's wrong with it, so that's what's going to happen today. Let's go and get an appointment for its MOT or road safety test. The burning question is now then, are we actually going to witness a automotive miracle? The results. Bonjour and welcome to, well, it's a dry day. The sun is hiding a little bit, but it is a nice day here in France, Bourgogne. Now, okay, so quick update then. I am waiting for the cylinder head bolts to arrive to finish off the engine rebuild on, well, I need to figure out how to actually do the engine rebuild bit as well. They should be in the same box as the parts for my Mark 7 GTI. Now, I've ordered the parts to do a service, full service on this car. Well, I say full. Probably just an oil change. Yeah, it's full, yeah, it's not a full service then. Parts are well, the sun is out. The sun is out now, yeah. Parts are starting to arrive for the CLS 550, which is cool. Difficult to get parts for this thing. Pretty difficult. Even the guy at Mercedes was like, yeah, parts department's not the best. Gotta admit. So building the front end of the Wimpy Benz should, well, I say recreating the front end, should start pretty soon. If you're wondering why I've got a van, well, I remember Adit's boss who gave me the smart car to get rid of. He also had a van that was just wasting away at the back of the casino, and he was like, I don't know if it works, like, can you see what we can do with it? So I brought it home and now it works. Well, I think it works. Let's jump in and take it down the road and hopefully we'll get to the tip, because it's full of crap. Can't click every trip. It's rad. Yeah, I think the last service was in 2016. The clutch pedal was pretty much stuck to the floor and it was in desperate need of some new tyres. Seems to be alright now though. So as I'm just waiting for parts, I thought I'd turn my attentions to probably the most neglected car, yet the most special, Lucia. Oh man, there's a queue. Damn. Good news is that the fan is now working. It's passed the test drive, which is good. Time then to move on to Lucia. Okay, so for those of you who don't know about this car, I basically was trying to go for a hunt to find the cheapest car in Europe, and I found it at auction in Italy. Boom, there she is, the FIAT Seicento. Now, buying a car for €1 is one thing, buying a car for €1 that works is another, so I put it to the test, which had to get me home, which meant driving over the Alps 1,000 kilometers, and it made it. It made it back here without any problems. Well done, girl. Well done, Lucia. We did it. Yeah, it is branded the cheapest car in Europe and potentially in the world, because I've seen one video which is from, I think, Car Throttle, or I forget the name of the channel, that bought a car for £1. Now, that's all very being well, but given the current exchange, my car wins. Is this the cheapest car in the world then? Jury's out. But clearly on the way home from Italy there was issues. What is that? Let's not worry about that. This is suspension. How is this suspension dealing with this? Is it? I think I might have to stop and check it. Since it arrived, I've used it for some trips. It's done a couple of done a rally through the woods. It's done a rally through the snow. Who'd have thought she'd made such a good rally car? Yeah! But I've never actually seen exactly what's wrong with it, so that's what's going to happen today. Let's go and get an appointment for its MOT or road safety test. Let's get on the phone.
Bonjour et bienvenue au centre de...
Salut David, c'est Alex à la maison.
Salut, ça va? C'est quoi ton voiture sur la ligne?
C'est une Fiat 600. 10h50.
Ouais,
Ça marche pour moi. Oh, I got an appointment for 10:50. Fitted me in. He's gonna regret that. And also, which you would normally do on an MOT, is obviously I've been around to check the bulbs, and the only one that doesn't seem to be working is this one. Now check this out. Yeah, there's no way to get to the actual bulb without actually removing that indicator, because they're actually two separate lights, the headlight and the indicator. But there's a little like loop thing at the back. I'll try and focus in on it for you, and you just push it and it pops out. And I thought the Porsche had cool like light detaching mechanisms. That's even easier. Kudos to Fiat. Oh, and there's a wasp nest in there. That's good. Full of water. Good sign, that. Right, okay, so safe to say that bulb might be a little bit broken then. Result! Blinkers are working. Right, let's check the oil. Let's check the oil. Probably best to do this when it's not on the ramps, but we're good, we're good. It has oil. Okay then, so we've got lights, oil, coolant is leaking at a relatively manageable rate. Who thinks we should treat Lucia to a bit of foam cannon treatment? Let's face it, she needs to be clean, she needs to be confident for the big day. Yeah, let's do it. Accelerate hard out of this junction. Come on, Lucia, you got it. Now the MOT test works kind of, I guess, like it would certainly in the UK, where you get your minor and major faults. Obviously, any major faults, and it's a red flag, you're not passing. So let's have some fun in the comments section then. How many faults major do you think this car's going to get? Come on, let's have some fun. That little car we just overtook, they only exist in France, I believe. They're called micro cars, or cars sans permis, which means cars without license. So they're that small and go that slow that you don't need a driving license to drive them, but you can drive them on the road. What the f, France? Okay, so we have arrived at the test centre. So the burning question is now then, are we actually going to witness a automotive miracle? They do say they happen, the miracle thing, they do happen. Now the guys don't mind me filming the test, but they don't like me filming them, so I'm probably going to cut to a little music montage, and I'll see you on the other side with the results. Okay then, are you ready for this? The results. Let's start with the minor faults, or what's called, what you would call the advisories maybe in the UK. 1, 2, Five advisories. Okay, so major faults then. Are you ready? Who's been having a little go in the comments section? Only... Oh, it starts with a 1 and it ends with a 1. No, I don't mean 1, I mean 11. It has 11. Minor, major, 11 of them. Yeah, I don't know where to start. Exhaust is leaking. Yeah, he didn't even bother doing the test on it. He put his hand on the back of the exhaust and it just started pumping fumes out the front. Apparently there's a problem with the seatbelt. Both rear tyres are completely knackered at the back. And yeah, all the shock absorbers. It was 3 out of 4 that was a fail. And the direction arms, the steering direction. One of which was that bad. After the train he said, can you have a look at this? I'm not sure quite what's wrong with it. He called over Alexi and David and they were just, all 3 of them looking at it, shining their torch going, I've never seen anything that bad before. How is a steering arm doing that? I'm stood behind him like, yeah. Alexi looked at me and he's, you drove this car 1,000 kilometres over the Alps? What is that? I was like, yeah. So then, does this MOT bombshell, does that spell the end then for old Lucia? Let me know what you think we should do to Lucia. To be fair, she needs quite a lot of work. Probably they're not expensive parts, but it is doable. It's just not sensible. And neither is this, by the way. If anyone, I do realise the stupidity of it. Definitely don't feel like a responsible parent or human being at the moment. Bad Wimpy. Stupid. Moron. Absolute moron. So maybe the miracle of Lucia passing the MOT, that isn't the miracle of the story then. I think the miracle of the story is how did this car that cost the €1 actually make it all the way home over the Alps in the first place. And it kind of got me thinking, please God of all that is motoring, please can you get me home, please? Maybe there is a God of all that is automotive after all. Yes! That literally leaves me to say I've been Wimpy and a complete moron. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Laters. And can have a Lamborghini one day. Just saying. One day. One day.